Hello, I'm Joshikins, and welcome to the 50 subscribers special. I want to start off by thanking all of my subscribers. Without you, I would not have, well, at least 50 subscribers. I haven't done special videos in the past, but figured starting them, might be a good idea. It also means there isn't The Raven Speaks this week, so if you notice that absence, this is why. I wanted this video to focus on me, as I like attention, and it would make it have a different feel than my other videos, which are dramatic readings, reviews, or analyzing series. I chose the topic of getting back into Animorphs via 3 polls on Twitter, plus a few previous Twitter polls that helped me gauge what people would be interested in. So let's get to talking about how I fell out of Animorphs only to become a bigger and stronger Phantomorph in the end. Cheers, I say with my coffee cup full of water. Damn, acid reflux. Nom 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 nom. Part 1. How I read the last books in the series. For a good majority of the series, up until I think number 40, the other, might have been a little sooner, might have been a little later, can't remember exactly. I was there at the bookstore around the 1st of the month. I don't think the books came out until maybe the 4th or 5th of every month. But by around number 40, I had to depend on the library for my Animorphs fix. The downside was that I read the last books of the series, except number 43, The Alchemist Chronicles, and number 54, entirely out of order. It wasn't until this year that I was able to read the last books of the series in order. So yeah, that was like my favorite part of my reread of this year. It's like, oh my god, I finally get to read all these books in the order they were intended to. Part 2. Reading Animorphs number 54 for the first time. I was on a trip to California when I read Animorphs number 54 at the beginning. I don't believe I even teared up when reading Rachel's death for the first time. I have no idea why. I just know it took a while for me to start to really have a reaction to it. I clearly remember being on a plane when I read the final words this wonderful series would ever offer me or other readers. Part 3. I don't know why I stopped reading Animorphs. I have no clue why I stopped reading Animorphs. Maybe it was I was getting older by the end of the series. I know I started to read Everworld and Remnants, 2 other series by K.A. Applegate, and I would actually recommend you read those too. But never read all the books and didn't know either were canceled until many years later. In any case, it was many years until I again picked up an Animorphs book. Part 4. A few years ago, I had an urge to get back into the series. A few years ago, I suddenly got the urge to read Animorphs again. I even had dreams about the book covers. In 1 or 2 dreams, I was a red-tailed hawk. So yeah, for anyone who hasn't read the series and is watching this video, hi, and Tobias was stuck in red-tailed hawk more, so that's the importance of the red-tailed hawk there. I didn't want to buy all the Animorph books over again. My own copies were in various states of disrepair, stuck together, and a few were actually in good condition. On the RAF side, I found PDF versions of the books, which is how I started to reread the books. Recently, in my dramatic reading, I've had to buy ebook versions as a PDF. Obviously, I have forgotten how to speak. Okay, let's try that again. Recently, in my dramatic reading, I've had to buy ebook versions as the PDF versions are good if you're reading on your own, but not if you're doing dramatic reading. Such as, like in the PDF version of Animorphs number 8, it keeps on saying chapter 7, chapter 8, and 2 chapters are actually combined, and with Megamorphs number 1, like there was some placement issue of one of the chapters, like just but anyways I was more than happy to find a thriving Animorphs community. I eventually became less active in checking the Tumblr Animorphs tag, aka the Animorphs fandom on Tumblr. As I'm not SJW and not anti-SJW, so I didn't really do too well in that climate. Part 5. I do weird things when I'm jealous. For a little while, I was on an Animorphs fanfiction rut. I became jealous of the fact anything I wrote didn't get any attention. So instead of working on a best-selling fanfic idea that was based off popular theories and headcanons, I went into the pure shock route. I am not proud of this. This meant I wrote some pure crack fics. My favorite among those was what I nicknamed the bread and jelly fic. A quote from it was featured on a Tumblr for bad fanfics. My favorite person to comment on them was someone, I forget their name, sorry. Don't know if you want your name attached with this or not, so... My favorite person to comment on them was someone who was reviewing every Animorphs fanfic and was seriously analyzing the fics. None of the crap fics were meant to be taken seriously, so... I mean, one crack fic involved Tobias and, Hawkmorph making love to someone's Animorph OC that I did have permission to use because we're both, crazy assholes, I guess. And so the person's like, oh, the beaks and wouldn't work this way, and it's like, really? But this was not meant to be taken seriously at all. And it's like, I know exactly why this wouldn't work in real life, but anyways, I have orphaned some of the works on the... Oh shit, hang on. I'm just going to say that hawk fic there was not the bread and jelly fic. Anyways, I have orphaned some of the works on Archive of Our Own. The bread and jelly fic is still on my account though. I'm just proud of that one. It's my little crack fic, baby! Part 6. Starting an Animorphs reread and podcasts. Besides the fanfics, I also started doing an Animorphs reread and 2 podcasts with Extra Happy and Zone 91. I stopped doing Zone 91, but still do with Extra Happy from time to time. With Extra Happy covers numerous topics of the Animorphs series, while Zone 91 was a podcast version of a reread with new guests every episode. Anyways, I did the written reread in an attempt to not go crazy with reading Animorphs like I had done when I was younger. I had to have the books taken from me numerous times so that I would read other things. I eventually stopped doing the written reread when it was taking too long to get new parts out. So that's why I stopped that. So sorry, the few people that were keeping up with it. Part 7. Doing a dramatic reading of Animorphs. My husband, Rev Resner, isn't big on reading books and instead sticks with reading the news. So I wanted to read to him. He doesn't listen to the dramatic reading, but supports what I do and helps with some of the technical aspects, such as he helped pick out a webcam, which should be arriving in like a week or two. So, yeah, so don't worry, this whole being recorded on my phone will stop relatively shortly, so. I'm sorry if you like this way of filming for some reason. Anyways, it is more than fun reading the series. I am able to put my own interpretations out. Over time, the format of the dramatic reading changed. I was glad when I moved in with Rev Resner, as I could then record any time of the day. Like when I was recording at Dad's house, if you're wondering why I was recording so late at night, it was so that he'd be asleep and I wouldn't have to worry about being interrupted or being overheard. So that's why. This was so freeing. Part 8. Now the dramatic reading channel is my main one. I knew that the Animorphs dramatic reading wouldn't be enough to draw people to Josh Reads. I wanted people to come to this channel to discover how awesome Animorphs is. It is such an unappreciated series. It needs more attention. The series, though, just isn't that popular. So I tried some other short-lived dramatic reading series without much success. Over time, this channel became host not just to my Animorphs dramatic reading, but to my Inheritance Cycle dramatic reading, various reviews, and The Raven Speaks. When the final season of Game of Thrones came out, I reviewed that episode by episode as well as a regular season review of the final season. So what started as a simple channel for my Animorphs dramatic reading became my main channel. Yep, folks, my original channel was Jashikins, which is now abandoned. So if you're wondering why this is called Josh Reads, yeah. And if you're wondering what channel to find with Extra Happy and Zone 91 on, that's Josh Talks. So, so again, thank you to all my subscribers who helped me reach the 50 subscribers mark. So thank you very, very much. And when I hit 100 subscribers, I will again be doing a little special. And I am Jashikins on Twitter. So, when I get to around 100 subscribers, be on the lookout for polls. So, and also with The Raven Speaks, actually, I usually do polls, except if I'm very set on what I want to do, just to gauge reaction. So If you want your opinions to count on choosing the next The Raven Speaks, you don't just have to comment. You can check out my Twitter, and like around the Sunday or Monday of every week, I usually have a poll going on, so so please like this video, comment, and subscribe. The like and commenting helps mess with the YouTube algorithm, so it can drive more attention to myself. And also subscribe to help me reach 100 subscribers. So, yay. So again, thank you very much. And until next time, bye. Sorry, to turn off the record button is a little pain in the ass.